What is up guys, Andy, Forest Team Runner here, out in a stunning Forest of Dean today, but more importantly, it has been a very, very strange 48 hours. Let me explain. Okay, so yes, I apologise for looking like a bit of a spanner. Sunglasses are not my thing, but I need them right now. I go into full-on squinting, can't see, eyes watering at the moment. But that's just one thing of many. If we rewind the clock, I probably have said on this channel, because I do whinge and moan a lot, you guys know that. I've been ill for the last couple of weeks. May the 12th it all started, and things progressed rather rapidly. 1 minute on Tuesday afternoon I was sat at my desk working, the next minute I was on my way into Gloucester A&E for some blood tests, checks, scans, all sorts, because I couldn't feel part of my face, this right side. Ironically, I recorded my video, my Tuesday video, that morning, and looking back at the end of the video I can see the corner of my mouth is not moving, and it's not great right now either. I can, however, confirm that I have made some baby steps in recovery, and I'll tell you what they are in a second. But rather than me try and explain it here and get breathless, I'm going to whiz you back in time a couple of hours to the office to explain, and I'll see you in a second. Okay, Saturday 12th of May, went over to my brother's house with the family for a bit of a birthday barbecue bash thing. Developed a headache on that day, didn't think too much of it, was a bit light sensitive, so I thought maybe it's just a bit of a migraine type thing. I don't get migraines, but due to me wearing sunglasses and the headache went, and then it came back when I took the sunglasses off. I thought I'll keep the sunglasses on. Anyway, throughout the week the headache progressed, and it was very sinus related, here. Typical symptoms and areas where you get sinus issues, although I wasn't producing anything else like bad snot mucus to showcase the fact that it was sinus. So it was more inflammation rather than an infection. Over that weekend, the weekend just gone, my tongue started to go numb, the end of my tongue. I thought, that's really bizarre, not sure what that's all about, but I was starting to lose the taste in my tongue, and I had to put food to the back of my mouth to get any taste from my food, and even now it's still numb. Moving on from there into this week, sort of Monday was the same, and I just thought, this is really bizarre. Forgot to say sorry, back on Saturday when my tongue started to go numb, the headache had moved from here, here and here to a very much a point right behind the ear. An area which I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, is around the mastoid area of the ear. There's a nerve here which affects, well, basically the nerve, as the doctor said, if you can imagine the palm of my hand being the epicenter, and it spreads out into the face like this, and it goes here, there and everywhere. One of the areas it goes to is the tongue. It also serves the eye and the lip and other things, and the ear. So by that point on Monday this week, my headache was just vroom, vroom, vroom in this area. Enough for me to press on with my normal life, but enough to cause an issue that it was frustrating. Tuesday this week, and sat here at work, sort of planning a run, to go out for a run with someone, and I was just messaging them and sorted it all out, and I put the phone down. But half an hour later, I went, I can't feel my lip. My lip's gone numb. And then I thought, I can't shut my eye. If I try and shut my eye, I can barely shut my eye. And I really can't shut it. And it was really bizarre. Thankfully now, though, I can just about shut it. But before, it was like that. I could still see through my eye. So it's getting better. At that point, I looked at my wife, who sits over there normally, and I went, Joe, what's going on? She was like, I think you need to call a doctor. So I managed to get rushed in to see a doctor. They sent me straight up to A&E in Gloucester Hospital. I sat there for the night, some tests, they suspected Bell's palsy, because what happens with Bell's palsy is this nerve here, this mastoid nerve area, which says all of this, exactly the symptoms I was getting: the eye that I can't shut, the mouth that I've got problems moving, can't even whistle anymore because my mouth, look, this whole side, I just can't even whistle, I can't get any tension, there's nothing to it. And from that perspective, they sent me up there and said, it very much looks like Bell's palsy, but you can wrinkle your forehead. You can't do that with Bell's palsy. So we need to get you checked out. So I went up there. They were planning on doing blood tests, CT scan, imaging, everything. But I basically passed all of their tests. He was like, follow my finger. Does it hurt here? He was doing all sorts of tests. I said, no, it doesn't. I said, I'm not in any... None of this is causing any pain. It's just this headache that's causing pain. And he said, what I suspect it is, it's just a hangover from your sinus issues you've been having, and maybe this area is just a little bit inflamed. Until you present full symptoms of Bell's palsy, we can't treat it for Bell's palsy, and we're just going to have to sit tight, put you on paracetamol and ibuprofen, and see how things go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're at today. I can confirm that I'm feeling a lot better today in terms of the headache is a lot less, but that could be because I've got a good strong stream of paracetamol and ibuprofen in me. But I can say, even though I've got limited to no functionality in these areas, I can now start to feel them again. My tongue is no different, but my lip and my eye has come back to life. I just couldn't feel it whatsoever. So I'm touching wood and hoping that we are on the road to recovery. So there we go, just finished today's run. So as you heard, that is a wrap on basically what's been going on. It's been a bit scary, I'm not going to lie, but I can confirm that I'm feeling okay. My headache is a bit better. That's probably because I've got the painkillers going through me, but I can, as I said in the video, now feel my lip. Hopefully things will slowly come back to life. Doctors basically said to me, if it's not Bell's palsy, then carry on exercising, just keep it a sensible level in terms of distance and mileage, because I told them that I've just run a marathon and what my normal weekly mileage is, and they just said just rein it back for the next week or so and see how you feel. I can confirm I went out yesterday on Wednesday for a nice gentle half an hour. My heart rate was lower and I ran nearly 30 seconds a mile quicker than what I did on Monday, so I know my fitness is there, and it's not an infection, touch wood, I don't think, otherwise my heart rate would have been all over the place. And today I've just done a 20-minute tempo run. I've scaled the session right back. I just did 15 minutes warm up, 20 minutes tempo run, and then it's going to be 10 minutes cool down. I'm just getting to the end of that now. There's going to be about 6 miles of the day, keeping things low, intensity relatively low. I mean, the tempo run was higher intensity, but only for 20 minutes, keeping the overall distance and weekly mileage low, as they've told me to, just for the moment, until I know that I really am coming out of the woods. So hopefully over the next couple of days we'll know what is going on. So thank you so much for all your support, as always, on the other social media channels where I posted about this. Your messages and everything was really kind. Managed to do a live stream on Clean Coach Katie's channel last night, and I survived that, so I knew I was okay. So that's it for today, guys. I will keep you posted, and fingers crossed we can get back out on Saturday for a good session if we're feeling well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Of course, do consider sharing it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. That of course would be much appreciated, and I'll see you next time. Until then.